What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Got some big news, including Republicans introduce a constitutional amendment to allow Trump a third presidential term. That's right. I'm going to give you the details of that. As well, deportations going on all across the country. I'm going to give you the details of that, and as well as the State Department halts all new funding. That's right. I'll give you the details of this and more in this video. Crazy stuff literally happening here by the hour. It's hard to even keep up with all the stuff going on, but I'm going to catch you up here right now. So we are live right now. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Type yes in the chat. Don't forget to smash the like button for us and let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, or even your country, as we have people tuning in here from all around the globe. Wow, a lot of stuff is happening since President Trump is now back in there. Wow, less than a week here. Take a look. Okay, Republicans introduce a constitutional amendment to allow Trump a third term to continue a presidency as a third term. Well, that wasn't long. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this. A Republican House member, Representative Andy Ogles of Tennessee, introduced the measure only days after Trump was sworn in to his second term. Introduced a resolution to amend the U.S. Constitution to allow President Donald Trump or any other future president to be elected to serve a third term. Wow. Yeah, so you guys can let me know your thoughts on this here. Yeah. Republican House member introduced on Thursday here the motion to amend the U.S. Constitution to allow President Donald Trump, and of course any other president, to be elected to a third term in the White House. He says, quote, Trump has proven himself to be the only figure in modern-day history capable of reversing our nation's decay and restoring America to greatness, even though Trump just literally got in there to a second term. And he must be given the time necessary to accomplish this goal, said Representative Andy Ogles of Tennessee, who proposed extending the current maximum of 2 elected terms to now 3. Ogles' resolution is tailored specifically to permit Trump to serve a third term, but not to allow 3 out of 4 living former presidents to serve third terms. Quote, no person shall be elected to the office of president more than 3 times, nor be elected to any additional term after being elected to 2 consecutive terms. The amendment says. Interesting that they worded it that way. So you can't do it if you've been elected to 2 consecutive terms, but you can do it if you have been there and if you've been 2 times but not consecutive. Former presidents Bill Clinton, George Bush, and Barack Obama all served 2 consecutive terms, and this would bar them from being elected to a third term. But not Trump, who was the first president since Grover Cleveland in 1892 to be elected to a second non-consecutive term. It is imperative that we provide President Trump with every resource necessary to correct this disastrous course set by the Biden administration, quote, Ogles said in a statement. Quote, he is dedicated to restoring the republic and saving our country, as we as legislators and as states must do everything in our power to support him, said Ogles, a hardline conservative who is serving his second term in the House. Meanwhile, most people think that congressmen need term limits, and it's the congressmen who have to, vote those term limits in there. I am proposing an amendment to the Constitution to raise the limitations imposed by the 22nd Amendment on presidential terms. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is currently 78 years old. I think he's 78 and a half. In 4 years, he would be 82 at the end of his presidency. If he was allowed to have another presidency, 82 plus 4 more years would take him to 86 years old if he did have a third term of presidency. Currently, Joe Biden is 82. This would make him 4 years older than Joe Biden currently is right now. To give you an idea, that would be 4 years older than Mitch McConnell is right now, to give you an idea. And we know the health problems that Mitch McConnell is having. So it would also make him 2 years older than Nancy Pelosi is right now. And we know the health problems that Nancy Pelosi is having right now. So it would also make him 12 years older than Senate Minority Leader, former Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer as well. So you guys can let me know your thoughts. This comes as a lot of people think that there should be age limits to a presidency. Literally, this was a topic of discussion here just months ago when Biden versus Trump, age limits on presidency was one of the top searches on Google. Next up, President Donald Trump orders declassification of the JFK, RFK, and MLK, Martin Luther King assassination files. John F. Kennedy and RFK, Martin Luther King assassination files. Today, President Donald Trump signed an executive order entitling the declassification of records concerning the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. The executive order establishes the policy that more than 50 years after these assassinations, the victim's family and the American people deserve the truth. I agree with this. It's been long overdue that we should know, the victim's family should know. Why is this stuff still secret 50 years later? Specifically, the order directs the Director of National Intelligence and other appropriate officials to present a plan within 15 days for the full, complete release of the JFK assassination records. Immediately review the records relating to Robert F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King Jr. assassinations and present a plan for their full and complete release within 45 days. So, let me know your thoughts on this. I will keep you up to date as we get more information on this. No doubt that some of the stuff will be redacted, but we will see as this stuff comes in. Next up, the State Department halts all new aid and funding after one of Trump's new orders. The State Department has ordered a halt to funding for almost all aid programs. All aid programs. Note that the key wording there. Citing an executive order for Donald Trump signed on Monday, the Associated Press is reporting, as well as multiple outlets, right? Only aid to Israel and humanitarian food crises are excluded under the policy, with all other U.S. aid programs told to keep running only until they exhaust the funding they currently have. So again, all other U.S. aid programs have been told to keep running only until they exhaust the funding they currently have. So a lot of people and a lot of government agencies are in disarray. They're not even sure what to make of this and are currently awaiting more instructions, are really they have no idea what to do here. Here's more from the Associated Press. Quote, the sweeping order threatened a quick halt to countless projects globally in the U.S. and abroad, aiding health, education, development, job training, and other efforts by the United States, the largest provider of foreign aid. This is not just abroad. This is in the United States as well, as we just read. It appears to begin enforcement of a pledge to eliminate aid programs that President Donald Trump judges to not be in the U.S.'s interest. The order sent in a cable to the U.S. embassies worldwide and obtained by the Associated Press, prohibiting new government spending, which appears to limit programs to running only as long as they have cash on hand. Some leading aid organizations on Friday were interpreting the directive as an immediate stop work order for U.S. funded aid work globally. A senior aid organization official said many would likely cease operations immediately as not to incur more cost, the official said. The official was not authorized to speak publicly and wished to remain anonymous. So again, I will keep you up to date here because, again, this says to halt funding on all aid programs for the State Department. So let me know your thoughts on this. I will keep you up to date. Next up, deportation flights have begun as Trump sends strong and clear message, the White House said, as ICE is going in and starting deportations around the United States. Take a look here.
President Trump's immigration crackdown is ramping up, with ICE arresting over 530 illegal migrants just yesterday, including child sex offenders, 4 Tren de Aragua gang members, and a suspected terrorist. Some of these raids occurred in Buffalo, New York, St. Paul, Minnesota, San Francisco, Chicago, and Newark, New Jersey. ICE also arresting multiple MS-13 gang members, rape suspects, and murder suspects in Boston earlier this week. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt saying, quote, "The largest massive deportation operation in history is well underway. Promises made, promises kept." Let's bring in Gen Z political commentator Morgan McMichael. Morgan, great to have you on the program. What's the Gen Z reaction to a president actually keeping his promises and, Morgan, so soon into his term?
I was going to say, we are 1 week into the Trump administration, and he has kept the promises. We are getting these violent criminals, illegal immigrants off of our streets and keeping Americans safe. I recently saw that the mayor in Boston does not want to cooperate with the administration, and I really think that she is doing a disservice to the American people. This is what justice for Laken Riley and every other American who has been assaulted and attacked on American soil by these illegal immigrants looks like. And I think we needed to continue to disincentivize illegal immigration. You know, we shut down the CBP One app this week. We need to continue to support the Remain in Mexico policy that has been reinstated and continue to allow the mass deportation effort to take place in America.
So how does this play with Gen Zers who, quite frankly, throughout much, if not all of their lives, really haven't been used to presidents and political leaders in both parties actually keeping the promises they make on the campaign trail?
Sure. You know what? I think that Gen Z is sick and tired of being lied to. So for the first time, they will actually see a truthful president come into play here and keep those promises that he is making. And when you look at Gen Z, you know, they care a lot about illegal immigration and how it is impacting their day-to-day lives. They care about inflation. And so they're going to start to see their lives get a lot better over the next 4 years after the last 4 years of decay in America.
There's one clip making the rounds that encapsulates the illegal immigration discussion over the past decade. Watch.
I'm not going back to Haiti. Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
An F word to Trump, giving shout outs to Biden and Obama. That is a Haitian gang member with 18 convictions under his belt, Morgan.
It's absolutely insane that we are seeing these illegal immigrants have such an entitlement problem that they feel like that they can come into our country, breaking our laws, be a part of these gangs, and be violent criminals, and then they're thanking the former presidents for the decay and the destruction that they have caused in America. Over 8 million illegal immigrants have come into our country in the last 4 years, and now it's going to take the next 4 years to clean up the mess.
Wow. Let me know your thoughts there. Yeah, a lot going on here right now. I will keep you up to date. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe down below. If you haven't yet, click the subscribe button after so you don't miss out on new videos when we go live. Click here to see Trump's emergency price relief he just ordered. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.